Hello guys and welcome to the 146th episode of the Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. Let's see, last episode we did a couple of different dungeons for fun, and today I want to see if we can maybe load into one of these again. We still haven't. I'd really like to load into the Hydra fight so that I could get my weapon. Been working on it for a bit now. Here, let's see. Balls, balls, just when you think you've seen it all. The world's full of surprises. What am I talking about, you ask? Oh, nothing much. Just the most amazing blade work I've ever seen. It wasn't even the main card either, but light entertainment. A Far Eastern fella, old enough to be my grandfather, appeared and called for challengers. That who should answer him but a brute of a gladiator. People thought it was either memory or a sick joke. After all, what could one expect from such a mismatch? The old and infirms versus a young and form. When the action began, the old man proceeded to drop everyone's jaw, his opponents not least of all, with his blistering blade work. The most riveting moment, though, was when he had a challenger on the back foot, where instead of finishing the job, he went and sheathed his blade, putting your steel away in the heat of battle. Well, that's akin to committing suicide. This wasn't lost on the gladiator, who lunged in with a mighty swing. The spectators gasped collectively, thinking it was over. It was, but not for the old man. For in the next instant, before anyone could comprehend what had happened next, his opponent was crumpled on the ground. In one fell stroke and with impossible speed, the old man had drawn his sword and dealt a telling blow. A few heartbeats passed in stunned silence, then the stands erupted in riotous cheering. Gods, just recounting it gives me the chills. The speed, the precision, the elegance, simply sublime. How is it possible I never heard of these Far Eastern warriors, these samurai? Wait. Are you thinking what I think you're thinking? You want to face the old man? Well, that silver-tongued showmaster was looking for a new challenger, but you don't want to do this. Let someone else be the fool. Might as well. Got nothing better to do.
Come one, come all, and marvel at the mystery of the Far East. A swordsman hailing from exotic Hingashi, whose blade work is quicker than the eye can see. Don't let his age fool you. Old though he may be, he's already made short work of one of Ul'dah's meanest gladiators, and now he now seeks a new challenger. If you can best him, you'll be rewarded with a rare Hingun treasure. There's just one condition. You must fight with the same blade as the old man's. If you think you have what it takes, proceed to the Gladiators Guild and make yourself known to the Far Eastern Elder.
Why not? Oh, Secret's Tower. Interesting. Wouldn't expect that to be the one that we load into. But hey, I'll take it. Hello. Off we go! It's our other healer. Astrologian, okay. Oh my lord, that man is naked. I'm just gonna go with the rest of them. There you go. You're doing okay. You're okay. Everyone's getting healed. There we go. Oh, look at that. I'm the only scholar. Agreed on those. Doga's clone? Why is he fighting us? Oh lord, why are all the clones fighting us? I thought they were supposed to be on our side. Beautiful. Well, hectic, but beautiful. Okay, here we go. I'm doing damage. Look at me go. Okay, the clockwork's gonna take damage. I won something. Oh, look at her in her little bunny outfit. Hey, it's Amun! Experimental byproduct.
Silla's Boots of Healing. Hey! Oh! Let's go! There he is.
You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed.
Yay! GG, thank you for party. Life is a circus. I got something. Player commendation. I shall give it to a samurai. The samurais are cool. Hell yeah. Holy shit! Damn. All of that spirit bonded at once? I think I did a good job as a healer that time. Look at that. 3 commendations. Very happy with that.
Oh, Colby. You did it! You defeated Emperor Zand! Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Colby Elzaru. With Emperor Zand now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone.
Hey, Nira Tolskeva. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do.
There are 2 ways that we may seal off Circus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task.
I say energy.
That distortion, what is it? The power that Zan sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness our people call it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on ether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Zand entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe that we can annul it. By his blood, Zand sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose.
There's just Nero in the background. Love it. I know he's going to be important for something, but it's ridiculous just him wandering around in the background, following his little scanner.
Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this.
What are you going on about? Everlasting.
Sauron.
Oh, sick.
Please let this be a single person instance. Please.
And so Merixidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Oh, that's not good. Thanks, Bard.
Akalri, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Now, damn it! Can I duty support this with them? That would be sick.
Go Nero.
Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Savior James Garland, I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones.
Something controls them. A void scent, and no ordinary one at that.
Doka!
Confound it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine! Yeah, who'd have guessed? Yes, throw away your one weapon.
Nero!
Interesting. The covenant shall be upheld.
Darkness, I shall devour your light and return this world to the void.
Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to find and consult Rambros.
Cool. Okay, how much am I at now? I'm at 74. Commendations. There you go. Okay, here we go.
All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve.
The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zahn sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. The void scent can enter our world. Instances of men entering the void have not been documented. It pains me to give a voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it. I feel so helpless.
No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, I cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zan's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass.
Garaha. Ever since meeting Une and Doga, you've not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye?
I cannot say I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of the eye rests with Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it.
I am with Garaha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, we must be at no less than full of strength. We'll save them yet, Akalbri. Mark my words.
Nice.
Akalbri, it is good you are come. I have news, but you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm.
Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred this place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zahn. But you, Akalri, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with a terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul his contract, the entity reached through the rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm.
Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower acts upon Zahn's orders and collects energy to open another void gate as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Goga, so too will the tower heed only those who are with royal blood of Alec Garaha. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the Alag tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alag, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood to others. If they hadn't such a technology, Aemon and his underlings would have never controlled the tower. But we do not have either this art nor any royal blood. Every moment we wait is a vast risk through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zaan's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice. But then what of the energy building the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power would discharge and cause a calamity like to one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. We are not. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all of our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purpose, and create a portal to carry us to the Dark Realm. I don't want to react like that. I don't want to go to the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man at the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and met Master Garland working to create said portal. Final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. Nikolri, just the man we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. New Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. Oh my god, it's a cat. Hello. Boop, 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 boop. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Nikolri. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? But Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Well, if we are to do that, then there's something I want to do. First, let's extract all of our materia here. Very excited about this. Nice. And let's meld some on here. Because why not? Oh, none of our gear can host materia? None of this gear can host materia? What the fuck? Well, fine. We'll put it away. That's not what I meant to open. Quick tongue away. Put the whatever that was. Piety away. And put the Savage Aim. Sort. Close that. That's okay. I prefer having mine. And this can be used to level up my desynthesis. Ooh. Ebony cane. Well. Oh, yes, and I got this. It's a, I'm sorry, it's a wind-up onion knight. Well, we're gonna use that. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to do this. Yeah, we've seen that recently. Well, let's finish up this quest here. Just to unlock that and get rid of the quest there inside here that's bothering me. Head to the Gladiators Guild.
This aura. Unusual, yet undoubtedly formidable. There, I hope, a worthy challenger has come. Well met, friend. I am Musosai, a samurai of Hingashi. Lest you wonder, samurai are swordsmen from the Far East. Yet know that the swords we wield are unlike those of this land. Katana, they are called. And for our duel, I shall lend you such a blade, along with a stone, a talisman of sorts. Wear them on your person, and you shall become one of us, at least in appearance, if not in sooth.
Thank you. Very sweet of you. Samurai unlocked. Bushido blade. Make sure we're, yeah. Mithrite Uchigatana. Uchigatana. Damn. Let us equip that. It automatically equipped that for us. Let's use our item nameless armor coffer. No. Let's add in a new gear set. And there we go. Perfect. Now, let's put Samurai there. Move this down here as per usual. Save it. Sengage unlocked. Sengage displays 3 Sensetsu, Setsu, Getsu, and Ka. Okay. Iaijutsu. 1 for Higambana, 1 for Tenkagogen, and 1 for Midare Setsugeka. Holy shit. Okay, remove. Let me pull up my thingies here so I can put these in an orderly fashion on my keyboard. Samurai. Here we go. Let's just move these out of the way for now. That one does go here. Yaijutsu is on Q. Second wind, that's easy, that goes there. This one goes here on C. Bloodbath is going to be Control C. That goes there. Put this on T. Where does arm's length go? Shift T, very nice. Nice and easy. Okay, Gekko goes here. So this is Jinpu, Gekko. Okay, Shifu goes here. Where does Hakaze go? Don't know, but Kasha goes there. Yukikaze goes there. Faint actually goes right there. Fuga. Fuga, where does Fuga go? I don't see Fuga anywhere here. Kind of hard to tell which ones I've placed. So a lot of these upgrade later, it's a problem. Okay, this one goes here. Okay, let's open up our things here. Actions. Hakaze. Here we go. Hakaze turns into Gyofu, so Hakaze does go here. I think these are the ones that we have left to move around. Third eye. Third eye upgrades into Tengensu. So that one goes right here. Fuga. Where does Fuga go? Fuga turns into Fuko, so that goes here. This is Mangetsu. Mangetsu doesn't upgrade, so where is that supposed to be? That's supposed to be right there. That goes right there. I believe that is everything in its place now. Yeah, looks like perfect. Now let's take some time to read through these. Delivers an attack. Instant cast. It is an OGCD. Delivers an attack of 180. Delivers an attack of 100, but combos with Hakaze. So, yeah, makes sense. And grants Fugetsu. Increasing damage dealt by 10%. Nice. So we want to go to Hakaze into Jinpu to get our buff for 40 seconds. Then we have Shifu, which is another combo with Hakaze, which grants Fuka. Fuka reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time. Nice. Okay. We got delivers an attack with potency of 90 to all enemies in a cone in front of me. Mine gets it. Combo of that. There was an attack to in a circle, okay. And Grant gets it. Okay, that's nice. And, okay, so both of these, same thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Rear positional combos with Jinpu. Okay. So we can go Hakaze, Jinpu, Gekko. And that grants Getsu, which is this one. This one is a flank and combos with Shimpu, with Shifu. And grants Ka, which is this one. And then Yukikaze is straight into that. And that grants Tetsu. Makes sense? MP, ranged attack. Yaijutsu, depending on it, does... Okay. Yaijutsu, where can I see... Where can I see the effects of the attack? Okay, here we go. Higanbana delivers an attack of 200 damage over time. Okay, so 60-second dot. Tenka Goken, our second one. Deals damage to 300 potency to all nearby, so that's my AoE. And then Midare Setsugeka was in a critical hit with damage dealt is increased when under the effect of critical hit rate. Okay. Big damage. Got it. Then make your Shisui execute up to 3 weapon skills without meeting the prerequisites. Okay. Gotcha, that makes sense. Reduces damage taken by next attack 10%. Makes sense. Okay. Yes. In your gaze, I see stirrings of a newborn samurai. 'Tis plain the stone has already bequeathed some of its memories unto you. Yet having the memories is one thing, mastering them is quite another. We shall see how well you fare against me. Prepare yourself, young samurai. We begin as soon as you are ready. Let's fuck shit up. By the way, this is not the thing that I wanted to do before going to Circus Tower. We'll get to that.
Gather ye round and bear witness, for another brave challenger has appeared next to face Mususai. Sword master from the far east, we have an itinerant adventurer.
Look at my earrings, my right earrings. Gorgeous.
Hold it right there. No one gets to take down that old bastard except me. Roll the last standing scourge of the sands.
Is this the one that failed last time?
You made a fool of me earlier, but this time there'll be no tricks. This time, I fight with my own sword, not that pathetic use of a needle you handed me. What's this? Boneheaded Barold, who was so roundedly pronounced moments ago, has invaded the Blood Sands. For those who came late, here's the disgraced gladiator who was cast out of the Colosseum for, I paraphrase, but being an all-round odious brute. The rules were plain, and you agreed to them. There were no tricks. Shut your mouth and fight me again. Such eagerness for blood. The warriors of this land are as naked blades. Oh, I'll get you next time. And with that distraction out of the way, we may continue where we left off. Let's do this.
Stop trying to get at my popcorn again. Okay. Big damage.
That will do. Victory is yours, young man.
You're a very cute fountain.
To draw forth such strength from the stone in such short time, you are no ordinary man. As promised, I shall bestow upon you the rarest Hingan treasure, training in the way of the samurai. What is the matter? Our techniques are not found in this land, hence their great worth. As my pupil, you will train under my watchful eye, and learn even the most puissant of my techniques.
Why, you lying bastard!
All that fighting, and there wasn't even any coin in it?
What's this? Bonehead Bowrold is back, and this time he's brought friends. This man doesn't know when to give up.
You got a problem, come down here and say it.
At no point was it said that the treasure is an object, let alone coin. Besides, winning it was well beyond you.
Shut the hells up. This time I'll show you my true strength.
Your strength lies in numbers, 'twould seem. Very well, if you insist on another trouncing, so be it. But know that this time 'tis not I who will deal with it, but my pupil. Having seen your potential firsthand, he and his ilk ought not pose you any trouble.
Whoever he is, take care of him too. Let's see. I wouldn't do that if I were you. That's exactly what he's about to be. You are done, and allow me. Not even worth drawing my blade. Well fought, young one. I've seen all I need to see. Forgive me, I know it was wrong to force that fight upon you, and yet I find I do not regret having done so, for has reaffirmed beyond any doubt that the promise I had glimpsed in you. Long did I search in my native land for a pupil, but I found none fit to be a vessel for my knowledge. The problem, I concluded, lay in my people's way of thinking, the zeal with which they uphold traditions to the detriment of all else. So it was that I set forth for a new land, this heir's ear. I placed myself in the midst of your most able swordsmen, offering myself up as a spectacle in hopes of finding a worthy soul. And find him I did, in you. Now I realize how this all may appear to you. I could be but a strange old fool spouting nonsense, but I am well past caring about appearances.
I speak with all earnesty when I say that there is none other into whom I would pour my knowledge. And so I ask you, will you consent to being my pupil? Yes. Ah, words cannot express my joy. From this moment on, we are master and student. Now then, I would know your name. What are you called? Akulri. 'Tis a fine name. Without further ado, Akulri, we shall commence your training. Pray join me at the nearby tavern, the Slick Hand.
Here it is, Adventurers Guild.
I shall begin at the very beginning. In the distant past, Hingashi underwent a period of strife, during which numerous opposing factions vied for supremacy. The Age of Blood. In this age, full many took to battle with katana in hand, and in the crucible of war our art was forged, the way of the samurai. Eventually, the realm was unified under one banner, and peace reigned once more. The people set aside their katana, save for we samurai, who continued to wield it as a symbol of authority. And with that authority comes a grave responsibility, protecting the peace. To ensure that the Age of Blood is never repeated, we samurai seek out the wicked and bring them to account. In doing so, we ward off chaos and preserve order in the realm. Such is our calling. Hingashi or Heir's ear, it matters not where we are. This calling guides us always. To that end, we shall journey to the land, you and I, on a quest to right wrongs. As one who has grasped the foundations of our art, it is your surest path to mastery. Our efforts will begin in this very city. I shall cast about for evil that has taken root here, and then we may proceed to excise it.
Well now, that certainly got exciting quick. But with some even quicker thinking, I managed to set up a wager and turn a tidy profit.
Momozigo, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thanks to you, I have found my pupil at long last. I pray that you will live comfortably with your winnings.
Actually, I'd mind to join you. Wherever you go, I sense that coin will follow. And besides, it seems you are planning to root out evil in our fair city. If so, you'd do well to have me along. With my connections, I can procure the information you're like to need. Then there's the small matter of your complete and utter lack of knowledge of Eorzea.
There is that indeed. Had fate not seen fit to unite us, I never would have found my way here from Fester Bay.
And I wouldn't be standing here breathing. If anyone owes anything, it's me. You saved me from those cutthroat bandits when I tried recruiting them for the Colosseum. Terribly reckless in hindsight. As for you, my friend, to be marked out by old Musosai himself, you must be made of uncommon stuff indeed. Not to put the pressure on, but I have the highest hopes for you.
And here we are then. I shall undertake my search with Momozigo's help. Until such time as there are developments, pray continue honing your newfound skills.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad to have gotten that done. I was hoping to. Now, on to the thing that I had mentioned.
I've been meaning to look at this for a while, and if we are to travel to the Void to take on the thing of the Void sent, and there is an expert here, what better place to prepare myself for that event but here?
Welcome to the Thaumaturge Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed halls, the art of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about your enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield the power of the thaumaturgy, I urge you to seize this moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Yes, there truly was no other answer, was there? Lean close now, and I shall whisper you to thaumaturgy's beginning. The nation of Uldar inherited its traditions from ancient Belladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nalthal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since, focused and refined over the centuries of use in the Order's funereal rites. The arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The dwellers employed in preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guildmasters that you possess the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? A wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principles, all 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose I shall have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Kokobigo, I believe. Ooh, what? Oh, those teeth, man. Did your mother never tell you not to shuttle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face, Kokobigo. This gentleman is obviously a new applicant for this guild seeking advice from our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayake. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites of the virtuous fallen, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, good sir. My merriment is not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling, Kokobuki, with whom you should speak.
What's this? Thal has led us a new aspirant.
Kokobuki, were you here the entire time?
Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with succinct understanding of our beloved arts, thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capabilities of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, sullenness. The thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you, too, shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has pride. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into a forbidding chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of a power unrivaled?
Yes.
A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Akobi. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be in addition to your hunting log, the names of such enemies that will prove suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are this scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus your destructive force of your will. Did you believe your initiation over? My dear disciple, we have only just begun. Take your new weapon in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial.
Wonderful. There we go. And wonderful. And let's move our elemental gauge down here.
The scepter well complements the avid desire for destructive power written upon your features. Now we shall complete your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star mammoths, and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. To exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side.
That'll give me some spell speed. And I'm perfectly dressed for the occasion, which is wonderful. Astral Fire and Umbral Ice are special status effects which allow thaumaturges to continuously deal devastating amounts of damage while still conserving their MP reserves. Casting a 1 fire spell gives a thaumaturge the effect of Astral Fire, which increases potency and MP cost for further fire spells. At the same time, it lowers the potency of MP cost for blizzard spells, but prevents natural or spell-assisted gradual restoration of MP. Conversely, casting blizzard spells gives an Thaumaturge Umbral Ice, which decreases MP cost of ice spells and recovers MP on landing an ice spell. At the same time, it lowers the potency and MP cost of fire spells. As the Thaumaturge progresses, the level of the Umbral Ice and Astral Fire, which can be stacked at any one time, increases. The larger the stack, the more powerful the effect. Okay. So let's put things. Put transpose over here. The level lamp is very helpful, I must say. It keeps restoring my shit. Okay. Now let's check what Thunder upgrades into. Or tell us. Damn. I guess we'll put it up here for now. That seems reasonable. Let's switch this to hunting log. All in black brush, one in the clutch. There we go. Cocoon Shell Sweeper. We need the... Wait, no. Cast them off. Gaining from an unaspected state or changing. Oh, okay, gotcha. more spheric clouds. Surfeit. Oh, there's surfeits. Surfeit clouds. Never actually went that far properly. Clothes. I have a shield. Okay, now let's go get the freaking grave robbers. Those are gonna be in the like lower area, which I can't remember where that's located. It's not here. Oh, sunbat. Dude, leave me alone. I'm not fighting you, I'm fighting the bat. Come on. Yes! That's close. I don't even see the roll action sleep here. I guess we'll just put it up here then. Okay, now let's go find the grave robbers. Oh, you know, I think that's actually right over here. Any near deer? Nope. Go. Okay, let's head back to accept my first scepter. I should, go to the thaumaturge, probably.
Yes, the satisfied look of a mage who has utterly vanquished his foes.
Akari, I warmly welcome you into the Brotherhood of Thaumaturges.
The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality that limits of which are bound by the levels of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Ether, the stuff of the very stuff of life, exists within all creatures, and to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. As your experience grows, so shall your reserves of thaumaturgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when you next crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. Your burgeoning power strains against the confines of your untried mortal shell. Another trial must occur. From this day forth, your tasks and challenges will be shaped by the teachings found within thaumaturgy, the Yawning Abyss, a tome penned by the renowned thaumaturge Zozomaya. My brothers, who have not yet tasted the bitter draught of defeat, will instruct you on the vital lessons to be gleaned from the 4 extensive chapters that comprise this exemplary work. Much shall you learn about the threats with which a practitioner of our art must contend. The first chapter, the threat of intimacy, falls within Coco Bigu's purview. It is only fitting that one so averse to being approached should teach you the wisdom of to be uncovered therein.
Yes, Akari, I had been expecting you. Allow me to read to you the pertinent passages from the opening chapter of Zozomaya's Guide. The threat of intimacy. Ah, how magnificent the potent power we wield. Roaring flames, piercing ice, and shocking bolts are matched not by fist or sword or spear, but the burly warrior waxes fearsome with every closing step. Fists shatter bone, blades slide through flesh, spears puncture soft bellies. Know you this threat, and stand you apart from such men. The last part makes me queasy no matter how often I recite it. The lesson, however, should be obvious. Keep your distance from your foes. Apart from the agony of being hit or stabbed or worse, you'll have a devil of time completing incantations with an enemy flailing his weapon at your person. Thus the wise thaumaturge always strikes from afar. The farther, the better. Now, let us proceed with your trial. Take this dried fish and set it down in the vicinity of the silver bazaar. Next, simply draw back to a comfortable distance and wait for a vulture to swoop in to feed. That's when you ambush the nasty creature with a barrage of deadly spells. Once you have slain the scavenger, be sure to retrieve a generous slice of vulture meat for Fafafono. He doesn't mind us conducting trials so close to his shop, so long as he's properly compensated. Yes, Sakori, we pay him in sorcery blasted bird flesh. Weird. Okay, well, I'm excited to level up Thaumaturge, hopefully quite quickly. But we'll have to do that in the next episode, because this episode has been going on for long enough. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!